Rashid Khalidi, the professor of Arab studies at Columbia University, where nothing ever bad happens. You know, Rashid Khalidi, Columbia, the one who thinks suicide bombers, they're just war criminals, that's it. Well, he went to a banquet way back, I could barely remember how old I was, in 2003, where speakers expressed anger at Israel and at U.S. foreign policies. This, by the way, is the same banquet where Obama spoke of his friendship with Khalidi, the terrorist sympathizer. Yeah, he recalled the times where they just sat around the dinner table talking about things. Well, he's just signed a new appeal for funds to outfit a ship that will challenge the Israeli blockade of Gaza in September or October. You know, somewhere around there. Nothing big will be happening around that time. Do you remember how that worked out last time when they had the flotilla over there? But don't worry, because this is Rashid Khalidi, a friend of the president's. Oh, by the way, another really wild coincidence. Do you remember the second book that Barack Obama had? His second book, it was called Audacity of Hope. And that was named after a sermon given by Jeremiah Wright, the preacher he tried to distance himself from. Yeah. Guess what the name of that boat is? The Audacity of Hope. Buckle up, America. It's going to be a very bumpy fall. Dial tone still works. Buttons still work. You can call me, White House, anytime you want. Anytime, call me. Love to hear from you. I would. Get anything wrong, I'll correct it right away. Bring, hello. Oh, I got that wrong? Hang on, let me correct it. White House says that's how it'll work. It'll be great. By the way, happy birthday, everybody. You didn't know it was birthday? Yeah, did you miss our root beer summit last night? It's been exactly 1 year that the president announced that the police acted stupidly, despite the fact that he didn't have all the facts on the rest of his buddy in Cambridge. We're seeing the same style of decision-making now coming from the White House to this day, most recently in the form of Shirley Sherrod. Yeah, I will not continue this charade. Yes, you will. It's one of the defining characteristics of this administration. When race is involved, act quickly, act erratically, act before you have any of the facts, and then call the other side racist when it becomes obvious you've screwed up. And then say that you want to give a speech and teach everybody a lesson. Makes sense, doesn't it? Remember, in liberation theology, there is either the oppressor or the oppressed. Now, this is where it gets tricky. The people who are in charge and fundamentally transforming everything against your will, they are the oppressed. You are the oppressor. The president has to play the oppressed card every time, sitting in the most powerful office in the world. Everybody in his administration, victims. You are victimizing them. And you, and me, and everybody else victimized Shirley Sherrod, even though they were the ones who fired her. Now, that's a tough case to make, but I guess that's why the president is paid the big bucks to do it. While that pattern continues to repeat itself over and over and over again, thanks to the complicit eye of the media, there's another calling card on display here. I explained with my usual reverence and subtlety as health care was about to be passed. Watch. The guy is absolutely a magician, okay? He wants you to watch. Just keep watching. Look at this. Just do this. Guy's a magician. Putting the spotlight on me. Watch that. What happened? What happened? It's magic. It's right here. Okay. So what's the big deal? Well, it's not even really about this. It's about putting the spotlight right on me, right on Fox, on anything. They need to distract us long enough. Use that misdirection. Because, see, once they pull up and you turn on the lights, and you're like, wow, that was amazing with that coin. You see, what has changed here? What has... Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Healthcare has magically appeared. Yes. So here we are again, watching the shiny coin of race, a scandal day to day. Look at this, look at this. We need a root beer summit. There's some race problems going on. We should give a speech. And what has magically appeared this time? Big Brother. Big Brother is here now. The biggest rerouting of the nation's wealth in our history happened this week. The final regulation that the president signed into law yesterday. An unprecedented assault on our economy, our ability to do business, and quite honestly, the republic as we know it. When combined with his other supposed legislative achievements, oh, it should be really good. Really good. It's on a scale never before seen. This is Big Brother. Oh, stop it, Glenn. You're just fear-mongering again. Wall Street needed to be reformed. Yes, sure it did. Among other things, it did. But Big Brother's watching you now. Yeah. Oh, am I scaring you? Tiffany, could we put up something happy because people don't like it when the eyes are watching you? There. Does it make it happier? Yeah. There we go. Now you feel better. Look for the eyes in the sunflowers, because they're there. Let me ask you a question, and ask the flowers behind me. This happy bill, it's going to create a protected class of arbitrarily selected companies that are too big to fail. How is that going to solve anything? How is creating a special path for financial institutions that fail punish Wall Street? How can an institutionalizing of bailouts mean that we'll have no more bailouts? They've written down how to do it now. Why do you need 2,300 pages to say that you're no longer going to reward failure? Shouldn't we just say, you're on your own, Jack? We don't have to write that one down. How does this make you feel better? Is it the sunflowers that makes you feel better? It doesn't make you feel better. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's pictures that look like something, but they're not. Remember the eyes? This is an illusion. This is magic. There ain't nothing there, Jack. There's nothing there. What's behind the screen? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Luckily for you, it's the old set. What's behind the screen of this bill? Uh-oh, trouble. Continue to ask the questions. How does punishing lenders for irresponsible lending make it easier for the everyday American to access cash when they need it? How does a government that is 15 digits in debt create an Office of Financial Literacy with a straight face? How does a government with 75,000 pages of tax code that applies to every individually successfully work with other regulators to induce undue regulatory burden? That's what it says there. They're going to reduce it. This is what they have. Washington, call me. Mr. President, call me if I have this wrong. What this bill does is it says there's too many government regulators and regulations. So, to solve it, we're going to add more government regulators and regulations. Equals less regulators and regulations. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You know, I've seen this pattern before. Yes! George Orwell. Remember him? George Orwell, 1984. They strapped a bird cage, a rat cage on the face of the main character and said, 2 + 2 = 5. No, it doesn't. 2 + 2 = 5. No, it doesn't. Then they let the rat just tear at his face. It was great until he said, 2 + 2 = 5. Gang, Big Brother is here. How does a guy who can't figure out how to pay his own damn taxes and has been involved in every step of the financial collapse, Tim Geithner, head something called the Financial Stability Oversight Council?